Hey everyone, this is eplipswich here, and I thought I would try out something new called Katawa Shoujo, but actually it's not really a new visual novel. It's been around for quite some time, but well, since for me being new to visual novels, I guess this is a good visual novel to start off, I suppose. And yeah, I heard that it's a very good visual novel, for a free visual novel for that matter. And this game was created by Westerners as well, so it didn't originate from Japan, it originated from the West, I think in the United States. So yeah, I have not watched, I know nothing about this game. Only thing I know is that it's one of the best visual novels out there. So I think without further ado, let's just start this game and see what this game has to offer. Well, what I do know about this game is that it's basically you meet girls with disabilities, right? And then the main character himself also has a disability. Yes, so alright, let's start the game and let's see what kind of a ride I'm about to get into. So yeah, let's begin this. Oh, this must be a real photograph. Yeah, because the background definitely doesn't look drawn or what. It's a background of a real life photo, but superimposed or something like that, make it a bit blurry. Alright. A light breeze causes the naked branches overhead to rattle like wooden wind chimes. This is a popular retreat for couples in the summer. The deciduous trees provide a beautiful green canopy, far out of sight of teachers and fellow students. But now in late winter, it feels like I'm standing under a pile of kindling. I breathe into my cupped hands and rub them together furiously to prevent them from numbing in the cold. Just how long am I expected to wait out here anyway? I'm sure the note said 4 PM. Okay, so Hisao is the protagonist's name. Ah yes, the note slipped between the pages of my math book while I wasn't looking. As far as cliches go, I'm more a fan of the letter in the locker, but at least this way shows a bit of initiative. As I ponder the meaning of the note, the snowfall gradually thickens. The snowflakes silently falling from the white painted sky are the only sign of time passing in this stagnant world. Their slow descent upon the frozen forest makes it seem like time has slowed to a crawl. The rustling of dry snow underfoot startles me, interrupting the quiet mood. Someone is approaching me from behind. Hisao? You came? I assuming this is a female's voice. A hesitating, barely audible question. However, I recognize the owner of that dainty voice instantly. I feel my heart skip a beat. It's a voice I've listened to hundreds of times, but never as more than an eavesdropper to a conversation. I turn to face this voice, the voice of my dreams, and my heart begins to race. Okay. I can't see the girl's face though. Iwanako? I got a note telling me to wait here. It was yours? Damn it, I spent all afternoon trying to come up with a good line and that was the result. Oh, I think I know where this is going. But pathetic. Yes, I asked a friend to give you that note. I'm so glad you got it. A shy, joyous smile that makes me so tense I couldn't move a single muscle even if I tried. Yeah, I think I know where this is going. Oh my god. My heart is pounding now, as if it were trying to burst out from my chest and claim this girl for itself. And then the next thing we know... So, here we are, out in the cold. Once again the wind stirs up the branches. The cacophonous noise is music to my ears. Iwanako flinches ever so softly against the gust of wind. As it passes, she rights herself, as if supported by some new confidence. Her eyes lock with mine, and she lazily twirls her long dark hair around her finger. All the while, the anxious beating of my heart grows louder. My throat is tight. I doubt I could even force a word out if I tried. You see... Oh my god, the heart. I wanted to know... Oh my gosh, shit. If you go out with me... I stand there, motionless, save for my pounding heart. I want to say something in reply, but my vocal cords feel like they've been stretched beyond the breaking point. He's out? I reach up to try to massage my throat, but this only sends spikes of blinding pain along my arms. He's out? My whole body freezes, save for my eyes, which should open in terror. Oh my god. He's out! The beating in my heart suddenly stops, and I go weak at the knees. The world around me, the canopy of bare branches, the dull winter sky, Iwanako running towards me, all these fade to black. The last things I remember before slipping away are the sounds of Iwanako screaming for help and the incessant clatter of the branches above. Oh god. So got a heart attack just before the confession was made. Four Leaf Studios presents Katawa Shoujo. I know Shoujo means girl, but what does Katawa mean again? Inspiration writer. I mean, this game is like seriously looks so good from the beginning. Really. Like it could have been commercial, but oh well. The water drips. Yeah, she is in a hospital. After consuming some medicine and hospital food. Well, the art from the looks of it right now is really looks pretty gorgeous, you know. Everything's so realistic. My goodness. I can see they really put a lot of the creators really put a lot of effort in this visual novel from the start. Yeah. It's been 4 months since my heart attack. In that whole time, I can probably count the times I've left this hospital room unsupervised on one hand. And we can see that this background again is using a real life photo but superimposed or something like that. Yeah. 4 months is a pretty long time when you're left alone with your thoughts. So I've had plenty of time to come to terms with my situation. And yeah, 4 months. I mean, the girl about to confess to you, but such an incident happened and you're stuck here for like 4 months. Yeah, that girl isn't really gonna come back. Yeah, unless she's really like stuck. The one who's very loyal, but I guess not. Huh? What's this? Arhitimia. Oh, I think that's how you pronounce it. A strange word. A foreign alien one. One that you don't want to be the same room with. A rare condition. It causes the heart to act erratically and occasionally beat way too fast. It can be fatal. Apparently I've had it for a long time. They said it was a miracle that was able to go on for so long without anything happening. Is that really a miracle? I guess it was supposed to make me feel better, more appreciative of my life. It really didn't do anything to cheer me up. My parents, I think, were hit harder by the news than I was. They practically had 2 hemorrhages apiece. Wow, seriously? Crap. I had already had a full day by then to digest everything. To them, it was all fresh. They were even willing to sell our house in order to pay for a cure. Of course, there isn't a cure. Because of the late discovery of this condition, I've had to stay at the hospital to recuperate from the treatments. When I was first admitted, it felt as if I was missed. For about a week, my room in the ward was full of flowers, balloons and cards. But the visitors soon dwindled, and all the get well gifts began trickling down to nothing shortly after, because I guess there's no hope for it. So, and 3 months is pretty long. I realized that the only reason I had gotten so many cards and flowers was because sending me their sympathy had been turned into a class project. Oh, okay. Maybe some people were genuinely concerned, but I doubt it. Even in the beginning, I barely had visitors. By the end of the first month, only my parents came by on a regular basis. So it's like, I guess Hisao doesn't have any real loyal friends. Iwanako was the last to stop visiting. Yeah, even Iwanako has given up on him. I guess it's because they learned of his condition. So yeah, after 6 weeks, I never saw her again. We never had that much to talk about when she visited anyway. We didn't touch the subject that was between us on that snowy day ever again. Oh man, that's so sad. The hospital? It's not really a place I would like to live in. The doctors and nurses feel so impersonal and faceless. I guess it's because they are in a hurry and they have a million other patients waiting for them, but it makes me feel uncomfortable. For the first month or so, I asked the head cardiologist every time I saw him for a rough estimate of when I would be able to leave. He never answered anything in a straightforward manner, but told me to wait and see if the treatment and surgeries worked. So I idly observed the scar that those surgeries had left on my chest slowly change its appearance over time, thinking of it as some kind of an omen. I still asked the head cardiologist about leaving, but my expectations are low enough now that I'm not disappointed anymore when I don't get a reply. The way he shuffles around the answer shows that there is at least some hope. At some point I stopped watching TV. I don't know why, I just did. Well, for me, I hardly watch TV. I mean, nowadays there's YouTube and all that, so TV, it's starting to get a bit outdated. Yeah, but anyway, maybe it was the wrong kind of escapism, or rather escapism for my situation. I started reading instead. There was a small library at the hospital, although it was more like a storeroom for books. I began working my way through it, one small stack at a time. After consuming them, I would go back for more. I found that I liked reading, and I think I even became a bit addicted. I started feeling naked without a book in my hands. But I loved the stories. That was what my life was like. The days became increasingly harder to distinguish from each other, differing only by the book I was reading and the weather outside. It felt like time blurred into some kind of gooey mass. I was trapped inside, instead of moving within. A week could go by without me really noticing it. Sometimes I would pause in realization that I didn't know what day of the week it was. But other times, all the things that surrounded me would painfully crash into my consciousness through the barrier of nonchalance I had set up for myself. The pages of my book would start to feel sharp and burning hot, and the heaviness in my chest would become so hard to bear that I had to put the book aside and just lay down for a while, looking at the ceiling as if I was going to cry. But that happened only rarely, and I couldn't even cry. Today the doctor comes in and gives me a smile. He seems excited, but not very. It's like he's trying to make an effort to be happy on my behalf. My parents are here. It's been a few days since I've last seen them. Both of them are even sort of dressed up. Is this supposed to be some kind of special occasion? It's not a party. Well, maybe your birthday? There's this ritual the head cardiologist has. He takes this time sorting his papers, then setting them aside as if to make a point of the pointlessness of what he just did. Then he casually sits down on the edge of the bed next to mine. He looks me in the eye for a moment. Hello, Hisao. How are you doing today? I don't answer him, but I smile a little back at him. I believe that you can go home. Your heart is stronger now, and with some precautions, you should be fine. We have all your medication sorted out. I'll give your father the prescription. So it's the discharge from hospital. Okay. The doctor hands a sheet of paper to my dad, whose expression turns wooden as he reads it quickly. So many medicines, you mean? I take it from his hand and take a look myself. feeling numb. How am I supposed to react to this? Whoa, what's it? What? Hypotension, cardiac arrest. So yeah, that's seriously a lot of medicine for so many conditions. Crap, heart block. My god. The absurdly long list of medications staring back at me from the paper seems insurmountable. They all blend together in a sea of letters. This is insane. Side effects, adverse effects, contraindications, and dosages are listed line after line with cold precision. I try to read them, but it's so futile. I can't understand any of it. Attempting to only makes me feel sicker. All this for the rest of my life, every day? That's going to cause a bomb. I'm afraid this is the best we can do at this point. However, new medications are always being developed, so I wouldn't be surprised to see that these fade over the years. Years? What kind of confidence booster is that? I would have felt better if he hadn't said anything at all. Also, I've spoken with your parents, and we believe that it would be best if you don't return to your old school. What? Please come now, Hisao. Listen to what the doctor has to say. Oh, sorry, that's the dad. Calm down. The way he says it tells me he knew full well that I wouldn't like it. Am I going to be homeschooled? Whatever of my concern shows, it's ignored. We all understand that your education is paramount. However, I don't think it's wise for you to be without supervision. At least not until we're sure that your medication is suitable. So I've spoken to your parents about a transfer. It's a school called Yamaku Academy that specializes in dealing with disabled students. Yep, so Hisao is officially a disabled student. Disabled? What? Am I? It has a 24-hour nursing staff, and it's only a few minutes from a highly regarded general hospital. The majority of students live on the campus. Think of it as a boarding school of sorts. It's designed to give students a degree of independence while keeping help nearby. Independence? It's a school for disabled kids. Don't try to disguise that fact. If it was really that free, there wouldn't be a 24-hour nursing staff, and you wouldn't make a hospital being nearby a selling point. Of course, that's only if you want to go, but your mother and I aren't really able to homeschool you. We went out there and had a look a couple of weeks back. I think you would like it. It looks like I really don't have a choice. Compared to the heart problems, people with a condition usually tend to live long lives. You'll need a job one day, and this is a good opportunity to continue your education. This isn't an opportunity. Don't call it an opportunity. Don't call it a goddamn opportunity. Well, you should be excited at the chance to go back to school. I remember you wanted to return to school, and while it's not the same one, a special school. That's, yeah, I can get this. I mean, it's like when you suddenly find yourself, I'm disabled. That is like you have to go to this disabled school for the disabled. The first thing you think is like, what? Then it's like I don't feel like a normal person anymore. Yeah, the kind of initial feeling can be quite painful and insult. That is what I want to say. It's a step down. It's not what you think. All of the students there are pretty active in their own sort of way. It's geared towards students that can still get around and learn, but just need a little help, in one way or another. Yeah, but it's easier said than done. I mean, it's easier said than understood, you know? Yeah, usually when they are faced with this kind of reality, even if they may know that, okay, it can be normal, they can't accept it in the very beginning, right? So, your father's right, and many of the graduates of the school have gone on to do amazing things. A person doesn't have to be held back by their disability. One of my colleagues in another hospital is a graduate. Yeah, like I said, they may say all these things and all, but it's hard to accept at first. It's hard to accept this kind of reality at first. I don't care. A person doesn't have to be held back by their disability. That's what a disability is. I really hate that something so important was decided for me. But what can I do about it? A normal life is out of the question now. It's funny. I had always thought my life was actually kind of boring, but now I miss it. I want to protest. I want to blame this lack of reaction on shock or fatigue. I could easily yell out something now. Something about how I can go back to school anyway. But no, I don't say anything. The fact is that I know now it's futile. I look around the room, feeling very tired of all this. The hospital, doctors, my condition, everything. I don't see anything that would make me feel any different. There really isn't a choice. I know this, but the thought of going to a disabled school, what are those even like? As much as I try to put a positive spin on this, it's very difficult. But let me try. A clean slate isn't a bad thing. That is all I can think of to get me through this. At least I still have something. Even if it's a special school, it's something. It's a fresh start, and my life isn't over. It would be a mistake to just resign myself to thinking that, yeah, that's the way you have to be positive, you know. Yeah, because I mean that's the only way to go about. At the very least, I'll try to see what my new life will look like. So, alright then. Act 1, Life Expectancy. Oh. So that was the prologue, and alright. The gate looked far too pompous for what it was. In fact, gates in general seem to do that, but this one especially so. I wonder where this photo is taken. I mean, I'm curious to know where all these photos are taken. Yeah, this is clearly a real life photo, right? Yeah. There's no lying about this. But anyway, red bricks, black rough iron, and grey plaster, assembled into a whole that didn't feel welcoming at all. I beg to differ though, I think it looks pretty cool. I wonder if it looked like a gate. Or rather, I wondered if it looked like what a gate for a school should look like, but couldn't really decide. Probably no. Of course, I didn't want to get stuck on thinking about the gate for too long, so I entered through it with a brisk pace that felt surprisingly good. Moving forward feels good. So I walked towards the main building of Yamaku Academy with this brisk pace. I'm alone, as my parents are taking my stuff to the dorms, and there's supposed to be someone waiting for me. Actually, the dorm looks pretty cool, don't you think? Yeah? Okay, so, alright. Right click to go to the menu, alright. The grounds are incredibly lush, filled with green. It doesn't feel like the kind of grounds a school would have. More like a park, with a clean walkway going past trees and the smell of fresh cut grass and all other park-like things. Well, a university would look like this. Words like clean and hygienic pop into my mind. It makes me shudder. I shake them off. Stay open-minded now. It's your new life. You have to take it as it comes. That's what I tell myself. A few big buildings loom behind the leafy canopies. Too big and too many for just a school. Everything seems off. It's different from what I thought I knew about schools. It's an uncanny valley. Even though I was told this is my new school, in the back of my head it doesn't feel like one. And it's such a grand school for, you know, for the disabled. So it's like, yeah, given great treatment, you know. I wonder if the feeling is real or caused by my expectations of a school for the disabled. Speaking of that, I don't see anyone else here. It's kinda eerie. It makes me wish there was somebody here, so I could anchor myself to something tangible instead of having this feeling that I stepped into another dimension. The trees hum with the wind, and the green hues flashing all around me catch my attention. It makes me think about hospitals again. How they say that the operating rooms are painted green because green is a calming color. Yeah, green is a calming color because of the plants and all. So why am I feeling so anxious despite all this greenery? Maybe because it's so grand that it frightens you? Only after I stand in front of the haughty main building I surprised myself by realizing why the gate bothered me. It was the last chance I had to turn back, even if I had no life I could return to. But still, after entering, there was absolutely no way I could go back anymore. Feeling nervous, and with this realization set in my head, I opened the front door. You know, this kind of academy for the disabled, it really looks very grand. You know, it's like you should be privileged to be in this kind of school, no? Even though it's for the disabled, but it's definitely a very high class school. Yeah. A tall man with bad posture notices me as I enter. We're the only people in the lobby, so it's only logical. Well, you look kind of rugged there, pal. You must be Nikki? Huh? I'm none of those. Nakai. So you are. Excellent. I'm your homeroom and science teacher. My name is Muto. Welcome. We exchange a handshake that is neither firm nor sloppy, and he looks at his watch. The head nurse asked you for a brief check-in visit, but there's no time for that now. Oh, should I go later? Yes, afternoon is probably fine. We should get going and introduce you to the rest of the class. They're waiting already. Waiting for me? I don't really like being the center of attention, but I guess it's inevitable in a situation like this. Somehow, not knowing what is waiting for me makes me feel really nervous. Well, we all do. Thinking of this, I almost miss what the teacher is saying. Do you want to introduce yourself to the class? Yeah, I guess I should. I mean, why would I want to ask why? I mean, sure I would. No, yeah, of course. Let's go with this. Yeah, sure. I mean, isn't that normal? Of course. But not everyone likes to be at the center of attention. I'm probably one of those people, but I guess I should be the one to give the first impression of myself. Right, but it's no problem. Let's go then. My heart is pounding in my chest, and it keeps me thinking about my condition as I follow the teacher up the stairs. The third door down the third floor corridor is marked as the classroom for class 3-3. Oh, so I'm basically, or rather Hisao is basically in the third year of school, okay? Muto opens the door and enters. Good morning, everyone. I'm sorry I'm late again. I hesitate for a split second at the door, freezing on the spot, and that portrait. What was that portrait anyway? The one with the red hair. I guess it's a painting of someone. I mean, it's a painting of someone, but I wonder who. I'll get a grip. This is a big step, I know that. But there isn't any point to worrying so much about it. At least not this soon. And okay, at first I thought it's a class of all girls. But okay, there are guys. So the ones wearing green are guys, and the ones wearing white are the girls. Alright, so we have 6 girls and 5 boys. Or maybe there's someone else to the extreme right, but I couldn't see. Anyway, I follow the teacher into the classroom and look around, partially so I won't have to meet the curious gazes of my new classmates. It's pretty spacious. The ceiling is unusually high, and there's a lot of space left over around and in between the desks. An entire wall taken up by blackboards and the high, old-fashioned windows only make it seem larger. The students' desks are just standard wooden desks with a shelf underneath for books and wooden chairs with metal frames. Simple and efficient. I guess there is a shelf underneath, although I can't quite see it. But anyway, I stop walking in front of the classroom and face the other students. They all look normal, like students in any other school. But then, why would they be here? So they definitely have disabilities, you know. They're probably like me and have something wrong with them. Only it's just not immediately obvious. Then I noticed that one of the girls seems to be missing the thumb of her right hand. It's a little jarring. Or there are the rest. Despite the natural tendency to listen when someone's talking about you, I tune out the teacher's speech halfway through while he introduces me to the class. I notice a flash of dark hair and I see that someone is looking at me. A girl with really long straight hair that is pretty eye-catching. As she sees me looking back at her, she covers her face with her hands as if it will make her invisible. Not that I see any. And there's one, okay, I guess that seat is for Isao, the empty seat there. There is one boy with a cane leaning against the lockers at the rear of the class. It's weird seeing someone so young with a cane. Another girl seems to be making some weird hand motions. Sign language? She peers at me over the rims of her glasses, then goes back to whatever she's doing. She's kind of cute. So is the cheery looking girl with pink hair sitting next to her. She's really hard to miss. I don't know how I didn't notice her the moment I walked in. How do you even miss her? I mean, her pink hair seems pretty obvious, like it stands out, you know. Please welcome our newest classmate. He claps his hands, and so does everyone else. Except one girl in the first row who has only one hand. Makes sense. I cringe a little, but hide it by bowing in thanks for this applause I did not deserve. A collective silence tells me that I should open my mouth now. So, I'm Isao Nakai. And after that, my hobbies are reading and soccer. I hope to get along well with everyone even though I'm a new student. And after that, I'm being so boring. This is exactly like every self-introduction ever. I should say something more exciting. I don't think you should though. I mean, just be yourself. I end up saying nothing, and the teacher picks up from there. Everyone seems to be satisfied even with what little I say, though a few girls are whispering to each other, throwing glances at me. It could have gone worse. I listen to the teacher as he drones about, getting along while letting my gaze sweep across the classroom. Everyone seems to be listening to him intently, and when he's done, they clap their hands again, which feels like a weird thing to do. Does it now? The first row girl claps on this round, with her one hand against her other wrist that ends in a bandaged thumb. It makes me feel a little bad. We're going to be doing some group work today, so that'll give you a chance to talk with everyone. Is that okay with you? Yeah, it's fine with me. That's good. You can work with Hakamichi. She's the class representative. She can explain anything you might want to know. And who else will be able to do that better, right? How could I know? The teacher passes out the day's assignments and announces that we will be working in groups of 3. It hits me that I don't know who Hakamichi is. Neither do I! Slow. The teacher seems to catch my helpless expression. Oh right, Haka should be right there. Shizune Hakamichi. As he calls out her name, the pink-haired girl, the cute, bubbly-looking girl with bright pink hair and gold eyes waves her hand at me. I take a seat next to her by the window. Hey, I guess you're Hakamichi, right? It's nice to meet you. Ha ha ha. Huh? What? I'm caught off guard by her laughter. It's nice to meet you too, but... oops. I'm not Hakamichi, I'm Misha. This is Hakamichi, Shi-chan. Oh, the one that wears specs is Hakamichi. Alright, Shizune. Giggling, Misha points to the girl next to her, the one I saw using sign language before. It looks like she has been staring at me this whole time. She nods once, nonchalantly, to show that she acknowledges my presence, but only barely. Well, that's because the fact that she's using sign language means she's mute, right? She has short, yet carefully, neatly brushed hair. A pair of oval-shaped glasses, balanced on the tip of her dainty nose, and dark blue eyes that seem to alternate every few seconds between analytical and slightly bored. It's nice to meet you. Well, she can't talk, obviously, Shizune. She immediately looks at Misha, who smiles and makes a few quick gestures with her hands, and it looks like she's deaf too. So, yeah. Hakamichi nods and makes a few gestures of her own. I start to wonder if the teacher was messing with me, saying things like, "You'll be able to talk to people, and who better to explain things to you?" Well, she can show you around, you know. You don't need words to actually explain things. I can see you're a little confused, right? But I understand why you think I was Shi-chan. Shi-chan is deaf, so I'm the person who translates things back and forth for her. I'm like an interpreter. She says it's nice to meet you too. You're the new student, aren't you? Well, Shi-chan, of course he is. If he wasn't, he would have been standing up there for no reason, right? Right? He seems like a very interesting person, doesn't he? We knew there was going to be a new student, but we didn't know you'd be here today. So soon. He-chan, right? He-chan. Yep, it fits, doesn't it? Is she like talking to herself or something like that, Misha? Did I say it out loud? It's just a surprise. I've never liked that nickname. I don't really see how. Okay, he's talking to himself. I mean, the way he talks sounds like she's talking to nobody, you know. It fits. You look just like I imagined. Okay. Yeah, you look just like a He-chan. I wonder why everyone seems to think so. Actually, what does He-chan even mean? I mean that's a nickname, alright, but Shizune, right? But what does Shizune have to do with he? Anyway, Hakamichi taps her fingers on the desk to get Misha's attention. They gesture back and forth to each other excitedly, their hands a blur. Misha seems a little overwhelmed. Sorry about that. Shi-chan wants you to know that she's the class rep, so if there is anything you need to know, you can feel free to ask her. Okay, sure. Do you like the school so far? We can show you around a little if you haven't had the time to walk around and familiarize yourself with it. Okay. I mean, at first I was confused by what Misha is saying because it's like I'm not sure what exactly is going on. Okay, but I think I'm starting to get it. I think Misha is trying to interpret what Shizune is saying. So that's why it sounds like at some parts it's like she's a bit confused, or rather she's not quite clear what Shizune is saying, or rather sign languaging or whatever you call that. Yeah, yeah, basically Misha is trying to interpret what Shizune is, you know, trying to say. Yeah, so okay. Misha stumbles with the hard word a bit, making it stick out in her otherwise fluid translation. Thanks, that would be pretty helpful. Yeah, I just kind of came straight to class today. Okay, she's doing her sign language again. So okay, I'm getting it now. So that means whenever you see ... for Shizune, it means she's doing sign language, right? Okay. That's no good. You should always try to learn as much as you can about where you're going before you go there. Don't just use school either. I mean, it's a bit hard to see what is going on, but now I think I kind of get it. It's a bit confusing at first, like who is trying to say what, like whether Misha is actually saying this to you from her perspective, or was it from Shizune's perspective? So maybe we could see more sign language from Shizune, I guess, but the sign language is like not done often. So I guess, but I get it now. So it's like, so we'll know it's Shizune that's speaking, or rather, yeah, trying to say something when we see the ... Alright, got it. Always, even if it's a trip to the convenience store. Really, Shi-chan? Learn about where you're going. I guess I didn't bother to do that, or just didn't care enough to do so. I didn't look forward to this, even if I committed myself to go along with it half-assly. But anyway, actually I'm also a bit lost, but anyway. I don't say anything, and Misha signs something that ends in a shrug. What was that? it seems like it was about me. I feel like slumping over in my seat. Both of them are smiling, but that shrug hit me unexpectedly deeply. You look down. Are you okay? Don't take it the wrong way, please. I hate it when people are afraid to ask questions. That's how people learn things, by asking. I mean, like, seriously, I think what the game could have done is, like, at least make it such that I know that it's Shizune that's talking. Because it was a bit confusing at first. I didn't know that it was actually Shizune that's saying this, you know. Yeah. Asking for help is perfectly normal, as much as needing help. Stop looking like you just failed the test. By Shizune says so. And what's if Misha always laughing? Maybe that's a disability or something. Alright. Okay, what do you have to say now, Shizune? Ah, and another thing. You don't have to call Shichan something so formal like Hakamichi or class rep all the time. Just call her Shichan. Is that what Shizune said? Now she looks embarrassed. Okay. Okay, maybe that's too casual. Maybe Shizune will be more appropriate? Yup, Shizune is fine. Okay, that would be a lot easier for me. I feel a lot more at ease. Both of them seem so friendly, so I feel like an idiot for being so apprehensive earlier. Especially about Shizune, who I assumed would be all business. Well, she still seems like that, just less so, I guess. Huh? Oh right, we haven't even touched the assignment. We should start work now, or Shichan will get mad. The assignment was also kind of long, so we should start now if we want to finish it before the end of class. That too. I guess I should say something for Shizune so that at least we know what's going on. Like, those kind of voices. Shizune glares at the two of us impatiently. I don't need to know sign language to understand that. Okay, I get the message. After class, we can take a walk around the grounds together. It's a nice day today, okay? The assignment is actually very challenging to get through, combining aspects of being both difficult and unnecessarily long. Still, we finished it a few minutes earlier than anyone else in the class, despite our late start. Shizune and Misha are really capable. They're quite different though. The class rep is as calm and professional as she looks, while Misha is a lot more playful and girlish, not to mention a little more easily distracted. To be honest, the two of them did most of the work. I feel guilty about that. Okay, so alright, so he saw his group with Shizune and Misha for this assignment, right? Okay. The clock tower bells ring, signaling the end of the period. Time for lunch. Alright, I guess this is a good place to stop the first episode of this playthrough. I think so far it's not too bad. I mean, it's the unique setting of protagonist, going after a disabled heroine. Yes. But I think I was a bit confused by the Shizune part. Yeah, but I think I'll get used to it in time. Probably I'll figure out whether it's her that's talking when she goes by the ... then after that, yeah, then that means she's trying to say something. Yeah, doing sign language and all that. Okay, so yeah, I think this is not too bad so far. So let me just save this game. Alright, create new save state. Alright, there we go. See, alright. Okay then. So yeah, I guess this is a good place to stop this playthrough. So I hope all of you enjoyed my commentary of this playthrough of Katawa Shoujo. So I'm looking forward to see what else this game has in store. So thank you all so much for watching this playthrough, and I hope to see all of you again in the next episode. Till then.